I woke up with kind of a sore throat. It's not too terribly bad, but it's enough that I was like, put some honey in my tea. So I'm drinking that, not fasting today. I don't know how much I'm gonna keep doing this fasting thing. It's not that bad really, and I feel better and I sleep better and I have more energy. And I am losing inches. I don't know exactly how many because we made the mistake of not measuring right when we started. But I measured at the beginning of last year and I am positive that I got bigger over the summer from all the stress. And I've lost 2 inches off of all measurements on my belly area since those measurements in January of last year, or of this year. My rings are looser, and yesterday when I got dressed, there was a pair of pants that like were big enough I couldn't keep them up. So I had to change. So there's differences, but I do not understand how I can lose that much. And there's a huge difference like on my belly. And I'm actually starting to see differences like on Mike's as well. But it's not translating to weight loss for me. And I don't understand it really. Because we've been doing it for 4 weeks and I've lost 3 pounds. Not even quite 3 pounds. It's like 2.8 pounds. And 2 of those pounds were in the first week. And Mike has lost about 10. It's a little bit less. But 4 of those pounds were in the first week. So, like, I don't really understand, like, how I can be having, like, changes and it's not really weight loss. So, yeah, I'm debating whether I want to keep to that or try something different. I don't know. Anyways, I had a sore throat. The honey's helping, so that's nice. I think that since Mike is not here today, well, I don't think I realized like how bad my hair was before I started this video. The pineapple kind of fell over. Whatever. I think I'm gonna try to work on a project that I don't want him around for, and then maybe clean later because that kind of needs to be done. Yeah. Also, it's super windy here. You will have seen like the waves crashing over the docks. However, so the first dock that you see when I record in the morning is like ours. And then like when I pan over, it's our neighbors who are also our landlords. They also have a house in the city. And so like they've been gone. They came back for like 2 weeks, probably not even 2 weeks in October, and we haven't seen them since. But they should be coming back soon because he's preaching for Mike when he takes some time off over the Christmas break. Anyways, all this to say is I've been looking at the docks, and I don't know if it, like, I was wondering whether it was because I'm looking at them every day. I'm like doing my pan and like looking at stuff, but I swear one corner of their dock is really off, like it's down. And I was just like looking at it because I'm sort of sitting in front of a sliding glass door and can see it, and these waves are crashing over it, and I am almost positive that whole freaking dock is moving. Like that corner is like coming up and down. I think there's something like seriously wrong with their dog right now. And I'm sure that was important for you to know. It's really windy here. We don't have any sort of like warnings or anything like that, but I do know that like where we used to live in Nebraska, they like were having an early out day because they're supposed to have like this huge like wind event. Dang. Sorry, these waves are just huge, and like one just came in and just like crashed up our dock, and our dock is further out of the water than theirs, so it's not as dramatic, but like I saw it just shoot up. Anyways, not interesting. I need to find the stuff to like work on what I don't want him to know about. I think I know where the thread is. I'm not sure about the yarn, so if I can't find that, we may have to like pick another one, but let's see what we can get up to today. Okay, so I couldn't leave well enough alone, so I came down here to look at their dock to see if I could tell if there's really something wrong, and I think like it's falling apart. Seriously. See how like right there, it's like all up? It is moving in the water, I swear. So I was gonna share a not so pretty part of my life. So at our old house we had, also this lighting is not doing me any justice, whatever. I had those pretty built-ins, and I was keeping my fiber and stuff in my china cabinet on top of it, and here I don't have that. And this house is kind of like built a little bit weird, so things are just odd. Like we have a furnace room, storage room, and then off the laundry room there's this other room, but I was going to show you my yarn dungeon now. So this is my yarn dungeon. There was like this cabinet that we can push stuff into, but when Mike brought the kids down here to pick out their hat yarn the other day, he must have just like pulled them out and left them. All of my yarn is in the plastic bags we moved it in, because we don't have air conditioning, which means that the house is open a lot and there's like bugs and stuff, and I didn't want to take a chance. So it's all in these plastic bags in bins in this cabinet, and this is my yarn dungeon. And yeah, it's a dungeon. But I did see right there, that's the yarn I'm looking for. Okay, so I was on the phone when I started this. The hole was much bigger than I was anticipating, so I could barely like get it on here and make the heddle like strings go around it. I probably actually should have bought a bigger one since my husband ripped these socks up so bad. And it kind of looks like hell, but honestly, like the hole is like right here, like it's so close to the edges. I think it told you to have 3 feet of yarn. I did 4 with both the reinforcement thread that I did the heels on and the regular yarn. And you can't really tell on this sock, but I did inspect the other sock for holes, and you can kind of fill like the lip. There's like a lip right here of where I stopped using the reinforcement thread, and you can fill it on the toe as well. And this right here is where he ripped out, is like right on the edge of where the reinforcement thread ripped out. So I'm gonna have to get another string to finish this, because it's eating up yarn way faster than I thought because it's so big. But I actually may need to like do this twice just to get it covered, because like you can kind of see it's really thin. Yeah, so this is not going quite as easily as I had hoped, and it definitely does not look professional, but I think the point is to keep his foot in the dang sock and not rip it out again. But I'll update you soon. Okay, so I've taken the heddle out and tacked on these edges. This is a very ugly repair job. Please do not blame that on Katrinkles. I think that I probably needed a bigger darning set than I bought, because he basically ripped out all the way across. So you can kind of see like on these edges, like I can see the wood underneath. And I cut that other piece of yarn, so I have quite a bit of yarn here. I think I might take it off of this darning thing and try to do some duplicate stitch and then stick my hand in it and see how it looks, because I'm not sure that like over here I'm not gonna need some more. Like I feel like I can see the wood right there. But this hole was enormous, and it looks awful, but I mean, this is almost as annoying as like knitting a new pair. And it probably would have been better if it was just like a little tiny hole, but nope, he has to go big. Okay, so it's possible that this is the ugliest darning job ever done, but I have like gone in from the inside and actually like sticking my hand in there, it looks a lot more solid than, or it feels a lot more solid than it looks from out here. I did tack down there were some flaps on the inside. I think there's one sticking through right here of like felted where he put a hole in it. And so I tacked some of those down and just like ran around. I mean, it looks horrible, but hopefully it will last him for the 2 months that he wore these socks before destroying them. So there is a thin spot on the other one kind of by that same area, but I'm gonna leave it for now because I don't even know how this one's gonna hold up, but that's where we are. So he can have a pair of sort of new socks that he's already felted, but whatever. All right, so I've hidden all of the evidence of the sock surgery that I did because Mike is supposed to be back with Violet very soon. So hopefully he won't find that. And I pushed the yarn ends down into the trash can further and all that. Update on the dock. Mike did call our landlord, and apparently it's been kind of like deteriorating for a while, and it is possible that it could just break off because it has not been doing that, but I'm going to keep an eye on it because that's interesting. It is like rainy and windy outside, so I haven't done my picture for the day yet. Hopefully I'll have an opportunity, but it's pretty dark even though it's like noon. I'm looking forward to winter solstice when this starts reversing. Also looking forward to the big snows, which we haven't had and I'm kind of disappointed about. But I had a chat with my friend on the phone earlier while I was darting and making plans for our surprise. Since there's so many like surprises that are on this, I'm gonna have to edit it when nobody can hear me. So our friends, I'm gonna go ahead and tell you the secret that my kids don't know. Our best friends are coming out for Christmas. They're leaving Nebraska on Christmas Day. They're gonna drive here. And we're not going to tell the kids. They're just going to show up. And then we are taking a very fast and full trip to the city for a couple days to see it all like lit up and all that kind of stuff. So I will be taking you along on that, but it's on the down low. I'm starting to think that maybe the bigger girls, so we have her daughter will be 13 at the beginning of January. Mine will be 14 in February. But I think that they might be getting suspicious because last night they were asking me about like shipping some books that Emma had borrowed from Molly and just asking a little too many questions. And Emma's been asking, are we going back to Nebraska for Christmas break? My friends are asking and things like that. So I think they might be getting suspicious, but it's a secret. So shh. When we were at the Ladies of the Night thing last night, somebody was like asking about, well, isn't your family coming because Mike is taking time off? And I'm like, shh. It took her forever to get it and to stop talking. So there've been a few slip ups, but hopefully it's still like a surprise. But anyways, also I was looking at my Amazon stuff, the needles that I'm waiting on to start the next hat. So there's 2 packages. One says it's out for delivery, which are like the flexi flips to start the hat, but the rest of the stuff says it's being relabeled. I don't know what that means. So I am hoping that will come today, but I am not sure whether it will or not. And it's making me a little bit anxious because I was already worried about finishing this many hats in this amount of time. I had also wanted to make some for the girls that are coming to visit us and our friends back in Nebraska, but I don't know that that's going to happen. It's just too much. I do have a game of Emma's tonight. It is away and it is far away. So Mike has a meeting that he didn't go to last month for this particular committee because of a game. And so he's going to go to that. It is on Zoom. And the other kids are going to stay home. And I'm going to go by myself. So that should be fun because I don't ever go anywhere by myself. I rarely even drive because usually when I go somewhere, I go with Mike. But anyways, not super exciting, but this is my life. My Energy Muse subscription box came today, so it's for setting intentions for 2022, and it has different herb bundles and crystals for supporting those, as well as the booklet for writing your intention for each moon phase. I've also knitted this today, so this is where the stripes started over. It's day 13, 14, 15. I think I'm just gonna like knit on these as I have a chance. My needles were delayed and the ones to start it haven't came yet, so this is what I have for the time being. But I'm just gonna go ahead and finish them as I see fit. So I'm at home for just a few minutes. I took the kids out of school early to take them to an appointment, and for probably like the last hour I've been obsessively watching the radar from where we used to live. I had one friend that was driving home in the winds, and there were tornado warnings like all around them and all that. Everybody seems to be safe and it's past them now, so that part is good. But I was having a low-key panic attack when Kate said she was driving home in it, but she made it like 5 minutes before the storm hit her house. So, sounds like somebody might have lost a tree, but no like big damage, which is good because it could have been bad with storms moving 80 to 90 miles an hour through there. And unlike here, there's nothing really to stop that wind because there's not many hills and really not many trees compared to here, which might actually be good in a windstorm not to have a lot of trees. But I think I hear a truck, so maybe my needles are here. I'll have to check. Okay, so one set of my needles came, and these are Haya's version of what I assume is sort of like the Addy Flexi Flips, and I haven't tried those, though I do like the Flexi Flips for things that I need double pointed for, because I like the flexibility, and I have never been able to like do the octopus without poking myself in the palms. So the thing that I don't like about the Addy Flexi Flips, let me see, I think I have one right here from Finishing Violets. So they have one sharp point. I don't know that you can really even see that. And one that's really round, and I am not into the round side. I never use it. I always have to like pull my needle so I can use the sharper side. These Hayas are both sharp, and Hayas are particularly sharp. So before I head off in the wind and the rain to Emma's game, I am going to try to get a hat cast on. My other needles got delayed and they don't even know when they might come, so yay. Alright, so I'm headed off by myself in the wind and rain to a place I've never been, far, far away, to watch a volleyball game. Why my child had to decide to play sports, I do not understand. But this is the second to the last game, so hopefully the next 2 nights won't be so bad. My little needles did come, which I already told you, and I decided to go ahead and leave, and I'm going to sit in the parking lot for a while and work on my hat instead of like trying to stay at home, because I don't know with these little roads where you can't pass or anything, like if it's going to take me a while to get there or anything. So anyways, I might get a couple of snippets there. I probably won't knit during the game because I don't know if she would be like, what? But also, I get kind of excited. She's made so many improvements since the beginning of the year that I am just like amazed by it, and I kind of get like really into it. So I don't want to get poked with any pointy sticks if I'm like trying to knit during a game. But anyways, I'll talk to you soon. All right, so Emma and I just finished up supper in this like town, and it was Dasher's Corner Pub, and it was... So are you all filled up after your game?
Yeah.
Are you ready to drive really far home in the dark and the rain and the fog on the curvy mountain roads?
Oh God.
I'm so excited!
Yay.
Actually, I forgot how much my stomach had shrank, and I ordered way too much food, so I'm actually taking more home with me than I ate in the restaurant, but that just means I'll be eating for the next few days. Lovely, yummy, delicious lobster bisque and clam chowder and prime rib, because they were all gluten-free and I couldn't resist.